Keluarkan. Keluarkan.
You want hats? Here you go. We got hats. All bought in Malaysia. Hats. All hats. Hats.
So much.
Suruh dia datang pas bazar Ramadan tahun depan, guys. Suruh dia datang.
We're gonna ignore all the Malaysia haters and just go
Yes,
out there and prove them
setuju.
wrong.
Aku pun gitu.
The facts say otherwise. Malaysia isn't just thriving, it's a key player in global trade with over $100 billion in annual trade with China and a booming role in industries like electronics and its semiconductors. While many Americans struggle to afford groceries, Malaysians enjoy affordable living, modern infrastructure, and a high quality of life. Malaysia isn't poor or irrelevant. It's proof that progress and prosperity are possible when a nation invests in its future and its own people.
Assalamualaikum, Elsa di sini. Hai guys, hai semua, halo tetangga. Gimana kabar teman-teman semua? Semoga sehat selalu, semoga bahagia selalu, dan semoga hari teman-teman semua selalu good day. Selamat datang di channel YouTube Putri. Hari ini aku akan mereaction salah satu video yang dimana persoalan ini beberapa hari kemarin tuh hangat diperbincangkan dan viral banget di sosial media, sampai Malaysia pun ikut trending media luar. Awalnya aku nggak tahu siapa sosok dia ini. Ketika aku cari tahu, oh si Bill ini. Oke lah, ini dia ada mengungkapkan sebuah perkataan yang kalau menurut aku pribadi tidak seharusnya dilontarkan oleh seorang presenter. Sebelum reaction ini aku juga sempat baca website dari Lobak Merah. Dia bilang tuh makan pun tak cukup, bandingkan pendapatan isi rumah Amerika Serikat dengan Malaysia gitu kan. Statistik pendapatan per kapita isi rumah Malaysia itu rata-rata sebesar 5.731 US dollar yang bersama dengan 25.000 ringgit setahun, dan di Amerika Serikat itu sebesar 42,220 atau sekitar 184.000 ringgit 628 setahun. Persoalan ini tentu sampai ke PMX ya. Menurut PMX, apa yang dikatakan si Bill O ini bukan saja menunjukkan kejahilan terhadap realitas semasa di Asia Tenggara, malah ia turut mencerminkan pemikiran sempit yang dipengaruhi sentimental perkauman dan ideologi penjajah. Terus ada juga perkataan dia yang mengatakan bahwa rakyat Malaysia itu tak cukup makan.
Dia nggak tahu aja bagaimana open house di Malaysia itu, guys.
Open house setelah raya di Malaysia itu seperti apa? Dia tuh kayaknya harus datang ke Malaysia saat Idul Fitri deh, supaya dia bisa melihat secara langsung apa iya orang Malaysia itu tak cukup makan. Dan katanya dia tuh pernah ke Malaysia katanya. Cuman dia bilang Malaysia itu cantik tapi rumit katanya.
Huh?
Oh my god. Tapi sebelum dimulai video reaksinya, seperti biasa aku mau ngajakin teman-teman semua dulu untuk subscribe channel ini dan aktifkan lonceng notifikasinya supaya tidak ketinggalan updatean terbaru dari channel ini. Dan bagi teman-teman yang mau request bisa banget DM di Instagram aku di @arsewidiantiputri. Wira tanpa berlama-lama, tanpa membuang masa, jumlah kita mulai video reactionnya. Are you ready? Let's go.
Malaysia and Cambodia. President Xi, let me just break it to you. Those folks have no money at all.
How does he know? How does he know? How does he know? How does he know? How does he
Tuh
know?
langsung kan flexing kan jadinya.
How does he know?
Flexing bang, keluarkan
If
semua.
Malaysia is so poor, why does it look like the future? And why are millions of Americans borrowing money just to buy groceries, while Malaysians enjoy affordable living,
Bahkan orang Amerika pun banyak loh yang mencari kerja di Malaysia juga kan.
infrastructure, and one of the highest qualities of life in Southeast Asia and the world? In this video, we're debunking O'Reilly's claim with cold, hard facts and showing why Malaysia isn't just thriving but outpacing expectations. But before we dive in, I want to give a huge shout out to my amazing Malaysian fans watching this video.
Berita di Lobak Merah dia bilang kalau dia pernah ke Malaysia 1 kali. Nah itu pertanyaan aku, tahun berapa dia ke Malaysia? Sebelum Malaysia merdeka kah atau setelah Malaysia merdeka gitu?
Malaysia got to be one of the most underrated countries I've ever been to. Why did no one tell me about this mall? This might be the best mall in the world. As you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. You can see the massive buildings behind me. Just check out this area here. Have a
Kayaknya dia
Shake
harus
Shack
banyak
there as
nonton
well.
reaction
There's a literal
kami deh.
park on top of the mall. These
Supaya
guys are
tahu
living in
Malaysia seperti apa
2050
sebenarnya.
while we're all living in 2025. It's the kids' play area, and I don't know what that building is, but it's absolutely massive. This mall is a different level of luxury. Just take a look at this cinema. Different screens they have. What the hell is that? That's like some like Tokyo themes, bro. This is a different level. Real life animals inside the mall over here. Just look how nice this mall looks.
But Malaysia's progress isn't limited to its shopping centers. It's a reflection of the country's broader economic success. Malaysia is a leader in Southeast Asia for infrastructure, technology, and quality of life. In fact, Malaysians enjoy a relatively low cost of living compared to many developed nations, allowing them to live comfortably without the same financial pressures faced by people in countries like the US. Case in point, a Lending Tree survey from April 2025 revealed that 25% of Americans are now using buy now, pay later loans to finance groceries, up from 14% in 2024. Even more alarming, 41% of those borrowers admitted to missing payments, showing just how difficult it is for many Americans to afford basic necessities amid rising costs and interest rates. Meanwhile, Malaysia subsidizes essential goods like fuel and food, ensuring affordability for its citizens and reducing the kind of financial strain we're seeing in the US. So while O'Reilly insists on labeling Malaysia as poor, the reality tells a completely different story. This isn't just about fancy malls, it's about a nation that builds sustainably and has a high quality standard of living for its people. Malaysia isn't poor, it's thriving. And if anything, it's setting an
Setuju
example
banget.
of
Setuju
what
banget.
modern development looks like. Something that even some so-called developed nations could learn from.
The Malays aren't going to buy your stuff. They don't have any money. The Malays don't have any money. This is coming from an American who, let me tell you, is not very popular with us at the moment. Let me tell you this, right? He's clearly never seen Malaysia. He's definitely never been to the likes of KL, because otherwise he would see the Malays and the Malaysians have a lot of money. So, here's another fact for you, Bill. Malaysia isn't just Malays. It is a diverse society. It contains the Malays, it contains Chinese, it contains Indians, Tamils, and Boomies. I think you need to get your facts right there, mate. They are all Malaysians, but not everyone is a Malay. And they have plenty of money. You need a trip to KL, mate. You can't be saying these kind of things and just
Suruh
have
dia
no
makan nasi
clue.
lemak weh.
So let's talk about Malaysia's economy. Now, according to the World Bank, Malaysia is classified as an upper middle
Bahkan
income
ringgit Malaysia
country
pun menguat
with a
loh,
GDP
naik.
per capita around 12,000 US dollars in 2023. That's higher than many countries around the world. So when O'Reilly says Malaysians have no money, he's clearly out of touch, and frankly, it reeks of prejudice. And it's not just numbers. Just look at Malaysia's thriving retail sector. From luxury malls in Kuala Lumpur to bustling night markets across Penang, Malaysians are spending billions annually on consumer goods. In fact, Malaysia's e-commerce market grew by 20% last year alone. That hardly sounds like a population struggling to afford basic necessities, right?
Chinese President Xi Jinping
Nah ini dia.
is going
Atuk
to
tu dia.
Vietnam, Malaysia, and Cambodia. Hey, President Xi, let me just break it to you. Those folks have no money at all. Okay, they cannot help you. They're not gonna buy your stuff.
Now, moving on to the heart of O'Reilly's comment, his suggestion that Malaysia cannot help
Harusnya
China.
presenter
Let's
itu
unpack why.
memiliki perspektif yang lebih luas. Harusnya presenter sebagai orang yang menyampaikan berita gitu ya. Seharusnya banyak membaca dari internet, dari sosial media, surat kabar, atau mengunjungi tempat tersebut secara langsung. Sehingga bisa mengungkapkan sebuah fakta yang sebenar-benarnya gitu. Padahal dia presenter loh, menyampaikan sebuah berita.
Moving on to the heart of O'Reilly's comment, his suggestion that Malaysia cannot help China. Let's unpack why this statement is ridiculous. China is Malaysia's largest trading partner, with bilateral
Setuju.
trade exceeding $170 billion
Bahkan chip
last year.
aja kolaborasi
Malaysia
dengan Malaysia.
exports key
China, Malaysia.
commodities like electronics, palm oil, and petroleum to China, while importing machinery and textiles. Does this sound like a one-sided relationship where Malaysia has nothing to offer? Not quite. And then there's the Belt and Road Initiative. Chinese investments in Malaysia include massive projects like the East Coast Rail Link, a $10 billion infrastructure development connecting Malaysia's east and west coast. These projects create jobs, boost Malaysia's economy, and strengthen ties between both nations.
China is no longer buying American beef. They're buying beef from Australia. China is no longer buying oil from the United States. They're now buying oil from Canada. China is no longer buying American soybeans. They're now buying soybeans from Brazil. China is no longer buying Boeing airplanes. Xiamen Airlines actually just refused to accept a Boeing airplane that had just arrived in China. They're now instead buying Airbuses from France, or they're expanding Comac, the Chinese indigenous homegrown domestic airplane brand, which they just signed a deal to sell several Comacs to Malaysia. So what's happening is the entire world's system is shifting. China can basically buy everything that America sells, except for semiconductors, from other countries. The United States can only buy antibiotics, refined rare earth, iPhones, computers from China.
During Chinese President Xi's state visit to Malaysia from 1815 to 17, a total of 31 MOUs and cooperation agreements were signed between the two countries. These agreements span a wide range of strategic sectors, including trade, infrastructure, digital economy, artificial intelligence, education, agriculture, and media collaboration. Among the notable agreements were collaborations on the development of AI, enhancement of digital infrastructure, and initiatives to boost agricultural exports to China. Additionally, both nations agreed to extend their mutual visa exemption policies, facilitating easier travel and promoting people-to-people exchanges. These developments underscore a shared commitment to fostering economic and diplomatic ties, positioning both countries for collaborative growth in the coming years.
You're not going to buy it. Okay? You're not getting Chinese takeout either in Kuala Lumpur. You're barely eating.
This Chinese takeout
Kasih tahu,
only
Bang.
cost
Kasih
me
tahu.
less than $4. We barely eating? Explain this. This is not something we're proud of, but explain this. This.
Tuh, lihat tuh, sebuah faktanya.
And Kuala Lumpur ranked number 10 as world's best trending destination in
Yes,
2024. We have the best curry in the world.
Ya,
Read this yourself.
nasi lemak, nasi
Centered
lemak.
around eating. People in Malaysia are definitely not barely eating. So O'Reilly,
Bill O'Reilly is just ignorant for saying Malaysia is a poor country that can't help China. The facts say otherwise. Malaysia isn't just thriving, it's a key player in global trade with over $100 billion in annual trade with China and a booming role in industries like electronics and its semiconductors. While many Americans struggle to afford groceries, Malaysians enjoy affordable living, modern infrastructure, and a high quality of life. Malaysia isn't poor or irrelevant. It's proof that progress and prosperity are possible when a nation invests in its future and its own people.
You know, Mr. Billy talked some smack about Malaysia. And so we came out here and we said, hey, this is what we think, this is the truth. And we reacted to it.
Ya.
Our friend got triggered.
He doubled down.
He doubled down. He made another video about Malaysia. So let's watch it together.
Malaysia is mad at me.
Off to a good start.
Off to a great start. Yes,
Oke,
you come on the attack
itu
for Malaysia.
yang baru ya guys,
and
dia
of course,
mengatakannya
we are
tuh
mad.
video baru lagi tuh.
This is an unbelievable story.
Malaysia menyerang saya deh.
So, you will remember that Chinese President Xi visited Malaysia,
We do remember.
Cambodia, and Vietnam to try to get better trade deals with them to offset the trade stuff in the USA.
How do you know it's because to try to get better trade deals?
Were you there, Mr. Billy?
No, you weren't there. You don't know. They were coming, potentially, in my view, to build relationship because we are a country that do business together. It has nothing to do with you.
Nah.
Well, I reported on that, and here's what I said. Go. All right, let's update you on the tariffs. Chinese President Xi Jinping is going to Vietnam, Malaysia, and Cambodia.
Just watching it again, I can feel my heart rate rising.
Hey,
Emosi ya, Kak?
President Xi, let me just break it to you. Those folks have no money at all. They cannot help you. They're not going to buy your stuff. They don't have any money. Well, apparently the government of Malaysia is taking offense at what I said.
He treats it so cavalier, like it's a joke, like it's not something that he said wrong, it's Malaysia's reaction.
Billy, you laughing about this? You came on the attack for us, and you're saying we're taking offense. Yes, we are.
It's not a laughing matter, my man.
How do they know? Because YouTube. We're all over the world. All over every part of the world.
This old man discovered technology.
Sees the No Spin News now.
Billy. Everyone in the world has internet, Billy. Yeah, everyone is not like,
Oh my gosh, let's go to No Spin News. Let's watch Billy O'Reilly.
no, it's not about you, buddy. Social media. Things get shared. News gets spread. Okay? It's not because you're famous. It's because of what you've said. We have come together and banded together.
I am back to Malaysia. For some reason, every time I travel, and I've been traveling extensively. I left America about a year ago. And every time I leave,
Tuh, orang Amerikanya aja pergi dari Amerika
instead of me going back home to America,
karena merasa
where I
lelah
feel,
gitu.
comfortable, I come back to Malaysia. 'Cause this is where I feel,
Comebacknya ke Malaysia malah.
home.
And people are more likely to share bad news and reactive things than good things.
So, according to The Edge Malaysia, an English language business weekly publication, all right, Prime Minister Datuk Ibrahim.
Is he trying to say Datuk?
Datuk.
From the top, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim is his full name. Datuk Sri is a title that's given to him. Datuk is not his name. But of course, Google would tell you that, but maybe you find that a bit too complicated.
Have some common sense about how you would like pronounce someone's name. Like, it's not so difficult. Simply just Google it, right? Datuk.
Said this, quote, Prime Minister Ibrahim strongly rebuked conservative American political commentator Bill O'Reilly for his recent remark claiming that Southeast Asia has no money, calling his statement both arrogant and ignorant.
Absolutely.
It is. It's very much comes from a place of ignorance.
Keangkuhan setengah orang yang sebenarnya dangkal ilmu dan jahil dan anggap hanya kelompok dia dan negeri dia sahaja yang paling berjaya. Tentunya dia tidak ada kefahaman sama sekali tentang Asia, tentang ASEAN, tentang perkembangan baru.
What the Prime Minister is saying is 100% correct because Bill O'Reilly, he's arrogant. You can see the tone, the way he laughs about things, he scoffs about things. He thinks he's above everything because there's no facts to what he's saying. There's no basis to it. It's not true. We Malaysians are coming and sharing so much videos about this because we are pointing out all the mistakes and how inaccurate the things he's saying.
The Malays aren't
Terbaik
gonna buy your
Kumar
stuff. They don't have any
family.
money.
Anyways, no Twin Towers, no opinion.
Anwar's also finance minister said the comment not only reflects O'Reilly's lack of understanding of the current realities in Southeast Asia, but also reveals a narrow worldview shaped by racial bias and colonialist ideology.
Itu betul tuh.
The Prime Minister is saying this is
mantap
racial
tuh.
bias because how can you just go about just saying countries like Malaysia, Vietnam, and Cambodia,
they have no money?
Ini yang kita sebut dalam bidang ilmu, pemikiran yang terperangkap, pemikiran yang terbawa-bawa dengan sikap imperialis dan penjajahan.
If somebody from another country said about America, like, oh, Americans have no money, people would be in uproar because that's such a wild statement. I mean, I am white American, and I see this like kind of coming across as like, I know best, I know everything.
I'm a colonialist.
Funny.
I hate to break it to the
You
Prime
are.
Minister. I do. But here are the stats.
Stats. Let's go.
The household per capita income in Malaysia is $5,731 a year. A year.
Okay.
By
Okay.
comparison, the USA household income per capita is $42,250. That would be 8 times as much.
You're comparing apples to oranges because this is in USD, right?
Yeah,
With
betul.
the currency, that's actually 5 times the amount if you want to compare it to what Malaysian money is.
Let's do a little check here. How many times more is your cost of healthcare compared to ours? How many times more is your eating out food compared to Malaysia? How many times more is your groceries compared to Malaysia? Wait. How many times more is gasoline prices? Americans, yes, you earn more. You have more money. Sure, I'll give it to you. But everything costs more. Way more than 8 times. We survive fine. With what, 5,000 he said? We're happy. And we live happy lives.
So, if you want to buy a little hat and you're only making $5,000 a year, you're not going to buy it.
Caps are way cheaper in Malaysia. I have a lot of
Keluarkan.
You want hats? Here you go. We got hats. All bought in Malaysia. Hats. All hats. Hats.
And a fraction of the price.
Like, it costs way cheaper.
His tone is very condescending.
Oh, your little hat, like.
It irks me just to watch his attitude. So, cavalier about it all.
Okay?
Orang Amerika
You're
pun
not getting
kesal,
Chinese
guys.
takeout either in Kuala Lumpur.
Are you sure about that?
Wah, nggak tahu dia seberapa banyak makanan-makanan berbagai negara di Malaysia itu.
Do you know when I was living in Malaysia, I did take out way more frequently than when I'm living in America now.
It is so much.
Suruh dia datang pas bazar Ramadan tahun depan, guys. Suruh dia datang.
You're barely eating.
No, we're eating fine.
So, Prime Minister, I wish you the best. I've been to Malaysia, beautiful country. Okay? Complicated, but beautiful. All right? Barack Obama was partially raised there.
What? Dude, get your facts right. Barack Obama never lived in Malaysia.
Yeah.
But he lived in Indonesia.
Yeah. Tuh.
It's a different country, dude.
Bisa
90% of the
terlihat
points that
ya
he's sharing
betapa tertutupnya pengetahuan dia.
news.
Okay, we want you to succeed. But this colonialist told the truth. China's not going to be able to sell its stuff in your country or Vietnam or Cambodia.
He's acting like China isn't already selling their stuff in Malaysia.
China's already selling so much things in Malaysia.
Malaysians love it. We buying everything.
What are you talking about, my man? Malaysians, we fine. We're shopping. We buy Chinese products.
Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime.
No Spin News. No Spin News with Bill O'Reilly. Oh my gosh, guys. This is crazy. But you know something pretty crazy about this whole thing about Bill O'Reilly? I want to say thank you to Bill O'Reilly. Because you know what you're doing? You are helping us come together and band together. And we are even more united
Semua bersatu,
than ever
guys.
before.
Semua bersatu.
We
Kalian
are
bisa melihat di
stronger
sosial media.
We might be different religions, come from different areas of life, have different viewpoints and different things, but
Mengeluarkan
we
apa yang ada di
truly
Malaysia.
love Malaysia.
Terima
and
kasih, Bill.
That's what's going to unite people. I mean, like you said,
Sehingga
Malaysia,
dunia
like
bisa
one
tahu
Malaysia.
Malaysia itu seperti apa.
Love is what we need more of.
Jadi orang tahu Malaysia sekarang.
And so guys, I hope that we can end this here. We don't have to sit here and talk to you guys in the office. We can go out there and shoot more amazing, wonderful videos to showcase Malaysia, even America.
We're going to ignore all the Malaysia haters and just go
Yes,
out there and prove
setuju.
them wrong.
Aku pun gitu. Ya, jadi kita biarkan saja pembenci itu ya. Pembenci tetaplah pembenci gitu ya. Kalau di dalam hatinya udah benci ya, gimana pun juga tetap benci gitu. Nah terus kayaknya dia harus pergi ke Malaysia pada saat Aidilfitri dan juga ketika bulan puasa. Seberapa banyak makanan Malaysia, seberapa banyak orang Malaysia makan, seberapa banyak porsi makanan di Malaysia itu. Terus katanya makanan Cina itu tidak ditemuin di Malaysia. Aduh. Benar-benar kayaknya dia harus banyak-banyak ini ya. Banyak nonton reaction kami gitu ya. Dia bisa tahu lah makanan dari Malaysia itu berbagai macam negara pun ada gitu. Datanglah ke Malaysia di Idul Fitri, rasakan 1 bulan penuh makan terus open house ya, sampai perut meletus pun tetap harus makan. Nah, datanglah ke Malaysia pada saat Idul Fitri dan juga bulan puasa.
Betul.
Sesungguhnya lucu banget sih kalau mendengarkan statement dia yang dia siarkan di program dia ya. Sebagai seorang presenter, dia perlu banyak melihat dari berbagai macam perspektif negara-negara lain, bukan hanya di sekitaran Amerika doang gitu. Dan ketika dia mengeluarkan suatu pendapat, suatu perkataan yang tidak benar, harusnya dia pikirkan ulang, harusnya dia cari dulu di internet tentang apa yang mau dia katakan itu, sehingga yang dia katakan itu bukan sebuah berita hoax, bukan sebuah kebohongan, sehingga tidak menimbulkan huru hara seperti ini gitu loh. Tapi alhamdulillah, terima kasih kakek karena kakek Malaysia jadi trending di mana-mana, karena kakek Malaysia jadi lebih dikenal. Cara tidak langsung dia mempromosikan Malaysia loh, menggunakan fakta yang tidak benar, tapi dia menyebut Malaysia. Orang akan cari internet Malaysia, timbul tuh nanti informasi-informasi tentang Malaysia, keberhasilan Malaysia, tentang kejayaan Malaysia, makanan Malaysia, kebudayaan Malaysia, culture Malaysia. Ini ada dampak positifnya sebenarnya guys. Malaysia semakin dikenal nih. Oke, untuk video kali ini cukup sekian. Bagi teman-teman yang suka sama video ini, jangan lupa untuk like, komen, dan subscribe. Dan kita ketemu di next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.